excellent. I think you can see me. Good, good, good. I wanted to know because last week I had so much problems going live, so I had to do a recording of the topic for last week, and I hope you've been able to get that video. It's very, very, very crucial what I shared in there. How to overcome perfectionism. A lot of people are held back in doing what they want to do. They're held back in being who they want to be because they want everything perfect before they actually do anything. So that video I recorded it and I shared some slides in it, so it's very, very packed with very good information that will help you to overcome how to want everything to be perfect before you actually launch out your business, before you actually become who God has created you to be. Today I'm going to be talking about something that is very, very crucial and is the foundation for every business that you want to run. If you're going to build a business of purpose and you want to get profit from that business, if you want to build a business out of passion that you'll be passionate about no matter what may come your way, because the entrepreneurial journey is full of ups and downs, it's full of challenges, it's full of so many things that want to make you give up along the way. But there are the two things I'm going to be discussing today. There will be the foundation, the core, foundation that you need to help you build upon the stones for you to be able to have a successful business. One thing I know is everybody is born to make a difference in this life. No matter who you are, even if you feel like you don't have anything in you to make a difference, you are born and created to make a difference. And no matter what sort of job you are doing, no matter what business you are creating, there is a power within you that will set you apart. There is something that has been deposited within you that will make you separate, that will make you different from the next person. So even though there's so many restaurants, even though there are so many gyms, even though there are so many shops, who you are is what sets you apart, what makes you different from the next person that is selling exact same thing that you're selling. So who you are is who you infuse into your business, and that is what sets you apart. So being an entrepreneur is not an easy feat. So you need to have these principles I'm going to be discussing today in order for you to be able to have fulfillment in your business, in order for you to be able to feel accomplished in your business. I just wanted to quickly talk about myself, because a lot of people may think, who are you to tell us about these things? I'm Tosin John, and I've been running my business alongside my husband for the past almost 10 years now. We started 2011. We started running our business full time, and we haven't looked back since. And in those years, we've come across a lot of things. I've learned a lot of trainings. I've gone for a lot of different events, seminars, and workshops in order to build ourselves every day to make sure that we are catching up with what is happening with the business world. If I say so, what I've been able to find out in all of my years of experience, of research, of learning, is that there are people who are running successful businesses, and there are people who are running hobbies. A business is different from a hobby. A hobby, you may think you have a business, but if you haven't received money for that business, it's still a hobby. And so there's so many people that are living a fantasy life that they are running a business, but what they have is still a hobby. So what I want to be able to share with you today is what will separate you from those who have hobbies and those who are running a successful business. And for you to run successful business, two things I find that is very, very, very important. I want you to take note today. If you have a pen, please write it down. To run a successful business, you need tools and you need tags. TAGS. You need tools and you need tags. Tags are talents, assets, gifts, and skills. I'm going to repeat that. You need tools and you need tags. Your tags are your talents, your assets, your gifts, and your skills. your talents is who you are. It is what you know. These are your strengths, your personality, your spirituality, what you believe in, what you bring to the table. It's your spirituality, your message, your products, your services, what you're offering. It's your personality. Is what you have to say to the world. And your assets, what skills have you got? What are you presenting to us to buy? So your talent is composed of everything that is made up of you. And the tools are the systems that you put in place to help you to run a business. These are the strategies that will help you, like your marketing strategy, your advertising your business, the tools you use to advertise your business, the strategies you put in place. What are you using to market yourself, your content creation, your content management, all the things you need to create your product development, product creation. So these are all the tools that help you to let people know that you've got the talent. So I'm going to cite an example. For instance, a hairstylist, she is the talent. The coiling tongs, the coiling irons that she has, these are the tools. A mechanic, he is the talent. All the tools, the hammers, the screwdrivers, whatever he has, those are the tools that is using in his profession in order for him to stand out, in order for him to carry out his work. So for anyone that is going to be able to succeed in anything, you need your tools, and then you need your tags, your talents, your assets, your gifts, and your skills. There's a lot of people that fail in businesses because they are either talented or they don't have the tools. So in order for you to succeed, you need to be able to marry the two together. You need to be able to infuse these two together. Where many businesses fail is where they've got talent, they've got a lot to say, they want to blog, they want to write, they want to do be on YouTube, create videos all day long. They want to tell the world about how great they are, but they don't have any tool. They don't know how to use all of the tools available for them to be able to, bring their message out to the world. And there's so many people that are focused on the tools side of things. That means they have a pretty website, they've got the best blog in the world, they know how to set up their website, they know how to carry out a lot of strategies. They can plan all day till kingdom come. Information they need to portray using those tools is not available. So we have to be able to understand that there has to be a fusion of these two. So I'm just going to quickly mention two things here. The tools that you need. Sometimes what we miss is this. You do not have to be an expert. I repeat it. You do not have to be an expert in your field. If my talent is interior design, I don't need to be the best interior designer. What I need is my personality. What I need is what makes me different in that field. How do I make my arrangements? How do I love to arrange my sittings? How do I love to put pictures together to make a wall frame? How do I love to put decorations together to make them match? How do I love to put colors together? So all of those things is going to be different from the next interior designer. This is where you stand out. This is what makes you you. And if we do not, first of all, understand who we are, what makes us different, you are not designed to be a better person. You should strive to be different. Difference is what sets you apart from the next person. Trying to be better, especially in the world where we have a lot of noise out there, you're just striving to be better just keeps you, stuck. So what you need to do to stand out in your business is to strive to be different. So the difference in your tags, the difference that you make through your talents, your skills, through what you know, through who you are, is what's going to set you apart and give you an edge in terms of running a successful business. And what you also need to know is that some of this, there's a lot of tools that are available. It's innumerable, especially with the information age that we are now. The information out there is overwhelming. The tools out there is overwhelming. You cannot begin to fathom how many things there are in order for you to be able to use one thing to present yourself out there, to present your talent to people, for them to be able to drive towards you and buy what you have, what you sell. So for us to know, you need to know, first of all, understand who you are. When you know, you can define who you are clearly to say, for instance, I'm an introvert, and therefore every tool available will not appeal to my personality for me to be able to make use of it to tell the world who I am and what I offer. So Twitter is a tool, Instagram is a tool, all of these are social media, YouTube is a tool, all of these are social media tools. And you have to find your strong points, you have to find your strengths in order for you to be able to use the tool efficiently and effectively to bring the message out there. There are so many people that are using a lot of tools wrongly, and the infusion of your personality, of your talent, of who you are, is going to help you to really stand out. Like I've heard a lot of people say, you shouldn't try to be everywhere. You want to be on Snapchat, you want to be on Pinterest, you want to be on YouTube, you want to be on LinkedIn, you want to be on Instagram, on Facebook, everywhere. This is the thing. You have to find which tool. So if you sit down, if you can have a piece of paper right next to you and rule 2 lines, one for tools, the other for talent. So you're going to say to yourself, what are my talents? What are my personality? What do I have to offer? What are my products? Who is it for? You need to identify what all of these tags are, because until you identify your tags, until you identify who you are, it will help you to find out which tool actually works better for you, for your personality, for your spirituality. I'm not on every social media page. I've created a page for every one of them, but you don't see me on every one of them because there's so much to master, there's so much to know. Even creating a website is a tool. Having a LinkedIn profile, having a Facebook profile, having Instagram pages, having Snapchat, all of these are tools. How are you using them to announce your talent? And as a talent, what most of us fail to see is, if you do not use your talent, it dulls the talent. A lot of people, I've met several people that have big ideas. They have, very fancy things they want to create. And don't get me wrong, when they speak to you, you know there's something up here. But they haven't done anything with their talent. They are sitting on a gold mine. If you do not read up, if you do not learn every day, if you do not find ways to sharpen your iron, you are an iron. The word of the Lord also said, iron sharpeneth iron. Iron sharpeneth iron. So make sure that you are sharpening your iron, you are sharpening your talent, you are building up on your skills every single day. Because when you don't update yourself on what's happening out there, when you don't know, you become obsolete, basically. There's so many programs. I remember when I did computer science, that was way back in the 90s, because I graduated from school, I think 2004. Don't look at me, I'm not that old. So, yeah, that's about 16 years ago when I graduated. Things have changed. I studied computer science and things have changed from way back. All of this C++ programming, they are obsolete. So, and they became obsolete because they did not upgrade themselves. They did not update themselves. As a talent, it is very, very crucial. In order for you to remain relevant, you need to update yourself. You need to make sure that you know what's happening out there. You need to read up a lot. I'm not saying spend your time on social media wanting to learn everything. I'm not saying you should spend your whole life on Google, on YouTube, reading about things. You've got to find out what is relevant for your skill. You've got to find out which information is relevant to your talent, in order for you to be able to make use of it, in order for you to be able to expand yourself and increase. Another way that, because I'm someone, I love learning. I love I buy courses all the time. I take courses, spend money to improve myself every single time. I don't stay stagnant. I don't want to think this information, that's all I need, is going to help me for the next year. No, I find ways in order to improve my learning every single day, in order to make sure that I stand relevant, I stay relevant. And this is the thing as well that I want to just quickly mention to us. You've got to not be afraid of trying a new tool. Do not be afraid of trying a new tool. So what you are going to do in order to make this this workshop, I'm going to call it, to be very, very useful for you, is on the column where you've written your talents, what you have, what you can do, what you offer, what you bring to the table, the things that you want to bring into the world, how you want to impact people around you. Once you have that, then you on the other side of the tools, you've got to find 2 or 3 tools that are going to really help, that's going to really help you to nail and hone in on yourself, that's going to help you, to portray yourself out there. You've got to know what works well for you. If you do not make use of the tool that works well for you, it becomes overwhelming. It becomes what's the word I'm looking for? It becomes something that you get bored and you leave it, and you move on to the next thing. So some of the tools I've mentioned here is content creation. If you're someone that likes to write, maybe blogging should be the tool you use to announce your product, to announce your skills. You could even if you don't have a website, you could write for other blogs. Let them see that talent. Before you know it, other people will begin to call on you to write for their blogs. If being visible like this is your talent, is your strong point, is your strength, then being on YouTube, you do not have to get it perfect. Trust me, some people think going on YouTube or being visible like this require a whole setup of lights, camera, action. No, it's not. You can use your phone. What I'm using right now is just my laptop. I have a little camera right there, and I have a microphone. That's all you need. Very basic setup. Just get yourself up, show yourself, say what you have to say. Your personality will always make room for you. What you have in here will always make room for you, no matter what you do. It said that's why your talent is very, very important, that you lay the foundation of what your talent is. Then you find a tool that works well for the kind of person that you are. I'm someone, I can really use Twitter very well, and this is the reason why. When I start to write or start to type, before I know it, I've written 4 or 5 lines of just from one thing, just from one thought. And therefore, with Twitter, I'm only I only have to write in certain number of characters. It doesn't work for me. I love to write, and so therefore I found out that tool will not work for me. I'm someone, I can think of a topic right now, and I can write 3 pages just from one single topic. And so therefore I need to channel that particular trait of mine into blogging. And from blogging, I realized, sometimes it's not, I do because I run multiple businesses. I have a very busy family. I don't always have the time to sit down to write these things. And so what I told myself is, what, I can actually do a recording just like this, and I can, find a way to transcribe it, because the thoughts that come to my head is what I put down, and I can actually vocalize it and transcribe. That is why you have to find who you are. Once you understand yourself, once you understand your talent, Every successful entrepreneur out there talk about the business, the big businessmen of today. They've got the talent and they are making use of the tools that is available within their grasp in order to showcase their talent. So if we look at people that go on Shark Tank, for instance, the people that go on what's the well, I'll use Shark Tank for instance. People that go on Shark Tank, they've got the talent, but yet they don't have the tools. They don't have, because they need it. They don't need the cash. They don't need the money that Shark Tank investors give to them. They need the money in order to implement the tools to bring their talent out. This is why it is very crucial that you should not just be a talent, because a talent without a tool, no one is going to hear about you. No one is going to know what you have to offer. So it is the fusion of a talent and your tools that will make you a successful entrepreneur. I want you to take note of this today. Being an entrepreneur requires two things. Being an entrepreneur requires two things. You need your tools and you need your talent. People that have talent, people that have the tools, they can make the website, they can create a website. But if you don't have the information, your personality, to infuse into the information you provide, then people will just bounce on your website and bounce back, because they cannot see themselves in what you are trying to portray. So it is very, very important that we understand that the two secrets which I wanted to share with you, because a lot of people, this is where they miss it. They are either using a lot of tools and sharing on social media all day long. They are trying to make their website pretty. They are trying to put a lot of videos out on YouTube in order to get the views. People, yes, you get the views, but what are you passing on to the people? What information are you passing on to people? So you've got to marry the two together. You've got to infuse the two together in order for you to stand out. And the last point I'm just going to quickly mention for us before I go on to other things this afternoon is that the tools, you have to understand that the tools you have is what brings you the attention. And for you to succeed, you need to drive attention to your business. I want you to take note of this today. If you have a business and you're not using the tools of social media, you're not using the tools of marketing, you're not using the tools of product development, product creation, you're not using the tools of branding to bring attention. A lot of people just go out there on social media. Hey, I've just started my business. I sell bags. Buy from me. Buy my bags. It's leather. It's made. It's waterproof. It's all that. You are just out there making a noise. People that make noise are not making money. What you need to make money to succeed is to draw attention to you. People, what I've realized now, what I've learned now is there's so many shops, there's so many entrepreneurs doing the same thing. But what draws people to you is your personality. When you stand out, okay, when you bring attention to you, then people see what you have in your hands. Because if you're just showing this, oh, buy this, this is what you're doing every time. You're just showing people what you have in your hands, and they don't see the person behind the brand, behind the product, then they feel confused. They are like, I'm not sure that bag is going to be authentic as she claims. I'm not sure that bag is real. Let me see, let me check. But when you show people, this is what I am, this is how I made this bag, this is what it stands for, this is why I did it, this is what made me start, people are drawn towards you. And when you draw the attention to you, you use the tools available to draw attention to the talent. When they see the talent, then they, oh, hello, I like you, what do you have to offer? So the secret I want to share with you today is this. If you're selling a handbag, for instance, and people are not drawn to you, if they buy one handbag from you today, what else? There's nothing, I bought a black leather handbag from you. Okay, bye, see you. You don't see me again. So you need to draw attention to you so that when your red leather bag comes out, I remember you. I remember, or when I need a bag, oh, this lady Chanel, she's oh, I think I need to find out, has she got a new bag? You are in people's mind, you're in people's, you're in their horizon. But when all you are giving out is just the buy my buy, and you do not draw attention to your personality, to who you are, to your talent, use the tools to draw attention to your talent so that people buy to they buy in. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. They buy into you, and once they buy into you, whatever you have to offer. So even if you decide not to sell bags today and you decide to start selling jewelry tomorrow, people have already bought into you. So whatever you present is what they buy. That is the key to success. This is the key to success. Use the tools available, and you don't need all tools like I mentioned. You only need the tool that works and is in sync to your own personality. Find out what tool you need to. Once you identify what your talents are, I'm just rounding up now, so that's how I'm trying to reiterate all I said initially. Find out what your tools and your talents are. Once you know what those things are, then it helps you to find out which tool works best, which tool will help you, to match these two together in order for you to make something very great out of it. So don't forget, the two tools you need are the two things you need for you to succeed are tools and talents. They are tools and talents. And talents, I said, talents are tags. Talents, assets, gifts, and skills. Those are the things that you bring to the table. And what you need those tools for is to bring attention. You use the tools available to bring attention to the talent. Do not use the tools to bring attention to what you to the products or to your services. You bring attention to the talent, to who you are. And once people are able to buy into you, then they buy from you. When people buy into you, then they buy from you. Because like I mentioned, once they buy into you, whatever you have to offer is what they will buy. If people buy into me, if I'm selling handbags, they'll buy from me. If I start selling shoes, they'll buy from me. If I start selling jewelries, they'll buy from me. If I say, okay, you know what, my passion is not into selling jewelries anymore. Now I want to be selling cottons. I want to be selling household furnishings. Then because people already, the way I infuse myself into those things I sell is why people are attracted to me in order for them to buy from me. So I just hope this is going to really help us to nail in. You need to own in on what you need to be able to stand out. You need the talents and you need the tools. Every business owner, I don't care who they are, these are the things that they are using in order for them to stand apart. They've been able to make use of. There's a lot of tools available. I'm going to be uploading very soon into the group what sort of tools are available. I've got about 300 tools and resources that I can link you to. There's so many, but you cannot use everything. I've just got a list of 300. I'm sure other people, they have another list of tools available. And so, what I want you to know is you need to find the right tool to use for you, the right tool to bring to work that works best for you in order for you to to set yourself apart. So thank you. I can see all the thumbs up. I can see the likes. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. And I'm just going to say bye for now and see you around. Take care.